Just in, Wike rejects double-faced accusations, defense service in APC. Hello viewers and welcome to InfoGist TV. The Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike has rejected allegations of political treachery, defending his decision to serve in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's All Progressive Congress administration while maintaining his membership of the opposition People's Democratic Party. During a media chat on Monday in Abuja, Wike took serious exceptions to an interviewer who drew a parallel between him and the two-faced Roman god Janus. In Roman methodology, Janus is often depicted with two faces, one looking forward and the other looking backwards. The minister dismissed the comparison, arguing that his actions have been transparent and consistent. Wike elaborated on his decision-making process, asserting that he never concealed his opposition to the People's Democratic Party's presidential campaign. From day one, I said no, he declared. He explained that, having openly withdrawn his support for the PDP, he was faced with a choice between two other viable parties, the APC and the Labour Party. He said, "I am not double-faced. I take very serious exceptions to that. No, they, being Atiku and co., could not say they saw me in their campaigns, that I spoke on their favour and then I went and did a different thing. They would have meant I am being double-faced. From day one, I said no. 2. I said, having not supported then, who am I going to support in the South? There were two alternative parties, the APC and the Labour Party. In my own judgment, I looked at who could win the election and who had the capacity to take Nigeria away from where we were. And I was right, Bola Ahmed Tinubu won the election." Wike recalled that the late Chief Bola Ige was a member of the defunct Alliance for Democracy when he served in the People's Democratic Party administration of President Olusegun Obasanjo. So, did Bola Ige have a double face? He queried. The minister Nyesom Wike also declared that the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party is temporarily over, following the exit of those he called buccaneers and vampires, noting that his firm resistance against impunity led to the shedding of the People's Democratic Party's excess baggage. The minister, however, insisted that the outcome of the recent South-South Zonal Congress of the party, which produced Chief Dan Obe as its national vice chairman, must be accepted in order to stave off another round of crisis. Wike, who handed down the condition during a live media chat monitoring in Abuja, also threw a direct jab at the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. According to him, the People's Democratic Party's 2023 presidential candidate is so obsessed with serially getting the presidential ticket of any party he belongs to, saying he left the People's Democratic Party because he knew he was not going to get the party's 2027 presidential ticket, noting that Atiku is doing everything to secure the ticket of the African Democratic Congress ADC. Wike said that anytime the former vice president is unable to secure a presidential ticket, he jumps to another party, detailing his history of serial defections aimed at obtaining presidential tickets. He said, "I said I was going to remain in the PDP, and that was why I said the right thing must be done. I will not leave this party, which I have done everything for. For the buccaneers and vampires, if I had left the party, the buccaneers and vampires would have remained in PDP to come and collect the ticket." When asked whether the crisis was over, the minister said, "Well, it is over for now because there are still some things remaining which I have told them they must do. One is our South-South Zonal Congress, which we must uphold. There is no two ways about it." During our South-South Zonal Congress, the acting national chairman claimed that the PDP governors were not in support of that Zonal Congress. Where are the PDP governors today? Our Congress was held in Calabar, and there's nothing anybody can tell us. If they want another round of crisis, so be it. That Congress must be. Chief Dan Obe emerged as the national vice chairman. The courts allowed for a Congress to hold. Congress was held, and the so-called acting national chairman of the party went and wrote to INEC data after the Congress had held, saying Congress had been postponed. Something was held on the 5th, and then on the 8th, you said it has been postponed. So there are no two ways about it. The national vice chairman of the PDP South-South is Chief Dan Obe. If they don't agree, that is another round of crisis. The minister also added that the Southeast Congress, which also produced Ali Odefa, cannot stand because the court had affirmed that he was no longer a member of the party. He said his team will no longer allow any reign of impunity in the PDP, urging the leadership to resolve the issues before the November National Convention, else there will be a crisis. Speaking about Atiku-led coalition, Wike said these are people who, in all their political nature, and we know from the campaigns, are going from one party to the other. So every political period, you form a coalition. Here we see some people who have joined ADC. It is okay. This is not the first time they have joined new parties. Take, for example, it is in their bloodstream that this is what they are going to do. This is what they are going to do. You cannot change it. I think Atiku was in the PDP in 1999. Then he joined AC. The AC and ACN was controlled by whom? By the incumbent president now. Now, what happened to him? Later, he came back to the PDP. Then what happened? He moved again to APC. From APC, he returned to the People's Democratic Party, only to secure presidential ticket every time. Then from PDP now, he has gone away, again to ADC. People join one party they call ADC. Let me tell you why they have to do that. It is difficult now for them to have it in PDP. All this has to do with presidential ambitions. Can I get my ticket? The way PDP is now, it is not likely that I will get a ticket. Therefore, it is not comfortable. Then he goes to tell you, let us come, let us do a coalition against the people. It is not correct. It is because he cannot get the presidential ticket under PDP. Wike also reviewed how he led some PDP stakeholders to reject a recommendation that former Senate President David Mark, now the national chairman of ADC, made to the national chairman of the PDP. When we started having this issue of the national chairman in North Central, there was pressure that David Mark should be the national chairman. We refused. Why? Why would we not refuse? What change will it bring to the party? If he were Senate president for 8 years, what were the things that happened? What is the improvement? I've told you here, I prefer somebody who has not had any position, who has come to tell me, look, I am doing this because the government, I want to help for a change to achieve this and that. I will not listen to anybody who has been in power for a donkey of years, who has refused to contribute anything to the development of the country. And now you come to tell me this is the story that, look, we need to rescue the country. You were there, the country was sinking. You didn't rescue it, he stated. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has also taken a swipe at the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar over his frequent defection across Nigeria's major political parties, saying his actions are driven by a desperate ambition to become president. Speaking during a media parley in Abuja, Wike questioned Atiku's political consistency and described his movement from one party to another as unbecoming, especially for someone nearing 80 years of age. Atiku was in PDP in 1999, then he joined the Action Congress. After the Action Congress, he returned to the PDP, later moved to the APC, and then back to the PDP again, all in pursuit of presidential ticket, Wike said. He continued with a personal jib. If I were his son, I would sit him down and ask, Dad, how can you keep hopping from one party to another at almost 80 years old? The minister said this while reacting to Abubakar's latest defection from the PDP to the ADC as part of an emerging opposition coalition aimed at challenging President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's 2027 ambition. Wike dismissed the move, describing it as nothing more than political survival. The way the PDP is now, it is not likely that Atiku would get a ticket, therefore it is not comfortable. Therefore he tells you, let's do a coalition against Tinubu. It's not right, he said. It is because he cannot get the presidential ticket under PDP that he pushed for a coalition.